Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tina, and if this is your first time tuning in or you're a returning subscriber, welcome and welcome back. Today we are in a Goodwill outlet. We're gonna shop, look around a little bit, and then I'll show you guys what I purchased and how I styled it. Every time I see wood pieces, I'm always drawn to them. I'm always trying to see if I can add like a bottom piece or maybe some legs or something. And I was really drawn to this piece because of the color. I like the finish. It was really nice. Now the bottom of this lamp was really cute. I think this would look cute in maybe a kitchen or maybe like a hallway, just as a night light with the right type of shade. This could look really cute. Sometimes I'll just grab things and see if I could kind of put something together just to kind of give me an idea. I'm usually finding curtains in the bins most of the time, but they only usually have one panel. But in this case, they actually had two panels. So that was really nice. Plus, this brand is sold in Home Goods because I've seen Tahari merchandise in Home Goods plenty of times. So this is pretty much what it looks like when they roll out all the bins and then they make everybody stand on these lines. No one can touch anything until they give you the permission to go. So it can get a little chaotic. So I pretty much stay clear until it clears out, and then I'll go ahead and look through the bins. I love how I've seen other people decorate copper in their kitchen. I think it is very pretty. Now, I don't have any copper in my kitchen, but these tumblers were really nice. These brass candle holders were really nice too. I'm always finding brass in the bins as well, but I didn't need them, so I just left them behind for someone else. $8. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video. I'm excited, y'all, with the stuff that I found. Let me show y'all what I purchased. Now, one of the things I did not want to leave without was that half moon table that you guys seen. Yes. Now, the lady did put it on the scale, but I don't know how much it weighed. So she just said $8. So I was definitely okay with that. Now, it does have like a little wear at the top. Now, this is considered as an antique piece. So, of course, it's going to have a little bit of wear on it. But the wood is in pretty good condition. I do like the color, but of course, we'll have to do something with it because it does look a little worn. But guys, Isn't this a nice piece? This thing is beautiful. I remember seeing something like this at my grandmother's house, honestly. And I want to say, I think my Amy had one too, but theirs was more like the cherry wood. So this one is really nice. It has like a little bit of a crack right there, but we could put some wood filler right there and to fix that piece. Now, I do want to make this a little bit more modern so it can match my decor. This is nice, just like this, but I want to make it in a way where it can actually match my decor and go with the things that I have. But this is really nice, guys. This was a very good find. I wanted to start off by repairing those cracks. So I sanded down a little bit and I used some wood filler to fill in those little gaps. I also took off the bottom piece because it was broken and I didn't really see no need to put it on there, so it looked good with or without it. So I did head to my local hardware store. I picked up 2 wood rounds and some wood glue. I wanted to give it a more fluted look in the front because I wanted it to look a little bit more modern. Okay, guys, so make sure y'all measure everything. I ended up getting 2, but I only really used 1. I cut everything with my miter box, which works wonders. I do not have a miter saw. Also, too, don't forget to sand down each piece because the ends were a little jagged. Once I got to this part, I noticed that some of the pieces were uneven, so we'll have to go back and fix that. As I was going in with the chalk paint, immediately, guys, I was like, oh my goodness, why didn't I sand this piece down more? So once I finished, I just went on ahead and let it dry. I went in with my sander and 80 grit. I sanded it down to make sure that everything was even. Then I went in with my 120 grit to make sure that everything was super smooth. This time I went in with my roller brush, which is something I probably should have did at first, but it looks good and I am happy with the results so far. This tip brush also works wonders because it really helps me get into the little tight spots and all the little nooks and crannies. I had me a little helper there. She was going in with a little tiny brush into the little tight spots as well, just making sure everything was fully covered. One good thing about this piece is if I ever want to switch it up, I can just strip the paint off, sand it down a little bit to expose the natural wood. So that's a good thing about purchasing things from the Goodwill bins. It's fun, you can be creative, and you can just kind of do what's your style. So I wanted to take this piece a step further. I really wanted it to look modern. really high end and elegant. So I used some hardware that I had left over from another project. I sprayed it with some metallic spray paint and I added two knobs right in the front. Okay, guys. So another great find were these curtains that I went ahead and picked up. And I got them because they had like two panels. Usually I'm only finding one panel, but this time I was able to find two panels and the color actually goes with my decor. So I want to say this is more like a off-white color. It's kind of looking white, but not like that stark white. And I want to say this is more like a linen type material. Now these are super duper long, y'all. Like I don't even know the measurements. All I know is whoever had them, they had like really high ceilings because when I put them up to see how long they were on my window, God, they are massively long. So I'm gonna have to cut them at the end. Now, I do have a sewing machine, but I do not know how to sew. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some hemming tape at the bottom and we just going to have to make it work. But they are, what is it, Tahari brand. Now, I've seen this brand at Home Goods before. I'm not sure if these curtains come from Home Goods or not, but I also know that that brand is on Amazon as well. I couldn't really find the exact curtains. I have a one window upstairs that needs to be covered, so I am going to use these for that window upstairs, and it's going to go really good. But y'all, I'm so excited about these curtains. I couldn't believe that I actually found like two panels. I did want to start out by showing you guys how long these curtains were. So now I'm just kind of folding them back because I want to measure them. I want them to just kind of dust the bottom of the carpet. I'm also going to go in and cut some of this fabric off. I won't be able to work with it with this much fabric hanging over. So I am going to cut it, but I'm going to make sure I don't cut too much because once it's gone, it's gone. Okay, so I'm going in and making a crease, but you guys don't have to do this. I'm just doing this because I wanted to hang them back up just to see exactly where the bottom of the curtains were going to lay before I start putting a hem tape on there. And don't worry, I know it's a lot of fabric left over, but I am going to cut that off. I didn't really like this tape too much because I thought it was permanent and not temporary. Now it is very forgiving, so if you mess up, you can go back and change it. So that's a good thing. But if you're looking for something permanent, then this won't be the tape for you. Especially if you're like me, you take your curtains down sometime and wash them and put them back up, then you'll have to redo this all over again. So I'm thinking that in the future, I'll probably have to get the curtains hemmed permanently. It seems to be holding up pretty well. So overall, I think it turned out really nice. So you guys let me know what y'all think. Okay, so moving on to the next great find, guys. I picked up these wooden wall hooks. Now these are beautiful. Now I love the detail, y'all. It looked like a little Indian stamp or something, doesn't it? This is so nice. And then they had this one as well. Now they don't match, but it do look like they go together. So I'm definitely going to keep them together. But this is so nice. The color is absolutely beautiful. Y'all, this is beautiful. The detail in it, like, it's so organic, it's so original. Like, I love it. And I do love the fact that they're different. I love pieces like this. Like, I know I say this all the time, but I do. I love those different pieces, those organic pieces, those pieces that are very unique that you just can't go and pick up anywhere. Like, that's what I absolutely love. I love to incorporate those too in my home, and these are very pretty. And I love the fact that it had hooks on it. Like, you could possibly, no, I was thinking maybe you could take the hooks off, but you cannot. The hooks are engraved in there. So yeah, you can't take those off. But I was wondering what this was for. I guess this is for your wall. I'm thinking so it doesn't scratch it up or something like that. That's what I was thinking. But yes, these are beautiful. I decided to put the hooks at the front door. I wanted to hang something pretty on it. Well, I went with this basket and some florals from Hobby Lobby. I put those dry flowers in there with the hydrangeas. Those hydrangeas were $6.99 with 40% off. And the dry flowers were 40% off as well. Okay, guys, if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It really does help my channel to stay in rotation. I also picked up this picture frame while I was at Hobby Lobby. It was 50% off as well. Okay, guys, so moving on to the next piece, I did pick up this little oddly shaped piece of wood right here. Now, because I am a wood lover, I did not want to pass this piece up either. Now, this is like a little nice organic shaped piece of wood. Like, when I see pieces like this, I go ahead and try to snatch them up because this would look good as like a tray, or you can put this like in your restroom on the back seat of the toilet. You can put maybe your toilet paper or maybe some cute little jars or something on the back of here, maybe a little planter. Like, this is nice. And I like the fact that it's oddly shaped, and so this is just like a little organic little piece of wood that you can do several things in your home with. And I think it has some little detail, and I'm not sure what this is that's inside the wood, but that's what makes it so organic and so nice. One of the first things I did was wipe this down real good with the finishing wax. Now, I did order some handles off of Amazon because I wanted to create a tray. These handles are very popular for people's cabinets. I've seen these a lot. To make sure that I get everything right, I just use some painter's tape to mark where the holes at, just to make sure that they're even. Okay, guys, I did use my own screws on this project. It did come with two shorter screws, which were too short, and then it came with two longer screws, which were too long. So I just went in my garage and found two screws that would actually work. So this may be helpful just in case you want to use these knobs on a different project. Okay, guys. So something else I picked up was this rattan wrap jar. Now I did see this on the Target website, but the only thing with theirs is it had a candle inside. Now this one is empty. I am free to do whatever it is that I want to do with it. Now I love candles. Y'all know we have made I think a couple of candles on my channel so far. But yes, I was also thinking that you can put one of those little, I think, what is it, pug lights or tap lights or something from the Dollar Tree. You can stick that up in here and put it right there on your porch, and it will be a cute little lantern. Plus, they have like this little handle on it. I want to say this probably could come off if you didn't like it, but the one that's on the Target website, that one is like $12.99. And of course, this is light, there's nothing in it, and I'm probably only paying like a couple of dollars for this. Okay, so I know I've made a couple of candles on my channel, but the only thing I do is I pretty much use the same material. I have a bowl that I only use for wax. And so that's that metal bowl. I usually put it inside of a pot with water. I put it down low, and I did put all those candles in that bowl. One of the things that made it melt quicker is a top. I put a top on there and it took no time for it to melt. You can add whatever oil you like, whatever essential oil you like. I just put a couple of drops of essential oil in there, and that's my daughter. We wanted to do something fun, so we decided to make a blue candle. Okay, so something else I picked up were these Christmas garlands. Now, these were in the bag, and then I found another set that was actually in the bag. I don't know where they come from. I didn't even look. I'm looking now, though. Yeah, so it doesn't say anything. It just say made in China. And then I found another set here, right there in the bins. But they had a lot of them because I seen other people with them inside their cart too. But if I could have purchased all of them, trust me, I would have gotten them all because I try to encourage you guys to go ahead and shop, in season and out of season because you can save that way. Because we know when we shop only around the holidays, like the prices just skyrocket, things are expensive, and sometimes they just run out. So if you are a thrifter or a Goodwill bin shopper and you see like little stuff like this, go ahead and pick it up because I promise you, you're going to be able to save when the holidays come. But these are really nice. Now they are like plasticky feeling, but because they look real, I just went ahead and got them. They're really nice, and I didn't want to pass up on this. Okay, guys, these are just some miscellaneous things that I picked up while I was in the bins. So this is a bag of wax. I'm sure you can make a candle with this. Of course, this is tape. I use this all the time. I picked up some hand warmers. I'm sure you probably use these in the wintertime. They had peel and stick body warmer, and they had two toe warmers. Y'all let me know if y'all use these. I also picked up a storage hooks value pack, brand new, never been used in a pack. So I'm sure you probably use this in your garage or maybe on your front porch here to hang some plants. But this concludes the video, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so you won't miss an upcoming video. And until next time, don't forget to live in abundance. Peace.